Welcome back to Evie's Acres. I'm Evie. We are well into the fall garden season, and if there's one thing that is always a challenge when gardening, it's ensuring that our plants have enough water. I currently water all of my plants by hand using a sprayer connected to a garden hose that's 100 feet long. And right now, it takes me about 10 minutes to water all the plants in my greenstock vertical planters and raised beds. I'll be the first to admit that on multiple occasions, I have forgotten to turn on the faucet at the back of our house before heading over to the garden area, which can add to the time needed and be a bit of an annoyance. I also have a separate hose that I use to give water to our rabbits and chickens, and disconnecting one hose to connect the other hose to the faucet is a bit of a pain. So why not get a hose diverter so that both hoses are connected to the same faucet? Well, of course, that makes sense. But do you know what makes even more sense? The Rainpoint Smart Plus garden watering system. Thanks to Rainpoint for sending this product for me to try out and share my honest opinion. And I'll tell you right out the gate, I have high hopes for this device. Based on my research, this watering system should enable me to not only have both hoses connected to my outdoor faucet, but through an app on my phone, I should be able to manage the timing, frequency, and flow of water that comes out of each hose separately, again, from an app on my phone. Talk about convenience. Here's the box that it came in, and I'll take a few minutes now to show you what's inside, and then we'll get this device set up and try it out. The first thing I see, they have a card for a 5-year warranty, which I did not expect, but that's nice. There appear to be 2 user manuals here. One is for the hub, which is what will stay indoors and monitor the activity of the water timer. And then the second user manual is specifically for this 2-zone water timer. They have in here a quick start guide, which is colorful and very easy to navigate. They also include in here a couple of QRC codes for the setup process. They will lead you to setup videos. And next we have, I'm just going to take this out of the plastic here, but we have the hub for the Rainpoint system. There's another QRC code here if you want to extend the warranty on this. We have a little insert that was holding that up. The bottom layer of the box contains the 2-zone water timer. There are also a couple rolls of plumber's tape. This box contains the plug for the hub. So you can plug this into your wall. This hub, it has a little stand on the back. It is detachable. You pull it down. This is where the plug will go. You can also put 3 AA batteries in the back of the hub as a backup. The 2-zone water timer, which is at the bottom of the box, it also has a space for 4 AA batteries. Now these are not optional because obviously there's no electrical outlet, and you wouldn't want to have that in your water anyway. So I'll need to go grab a couple of AA batteries to put in here as part of the setup. My initial thoughts out the box. I like that the device, it's a pretty large screen. I also like that the hub has both a plug and a battery backup option. If you find that this is something that interests you, that you might want to look into for yourself or someone that you know who could use it, be sure to take a look at the links down in the description box, as well as the pinned comment for this video. There will be a direct link to this product, as well as a code that you can use to get 15% off of your purchase. Now I'll set up the app that goes with this device on my phone. It's called HomeGar, Homgar, And it is available for download from the App Store for iPhone, as well as from the Google Play Store for the Android devices. But you also have the option of scanning, once again, another QR code that you can find in the first manual for the hub. So multiple ways of getting to the app. You have to make sure that your phone is first connected to the Wi-Fi before trying to connect the hub. Your phone will serve as essentially your remote control. The next screen that will appear once you've registered is a home management screen. It'll ask you to confirm your time zone. In order to add the device, obviously I'll need to plug it in. So I'm going to do that now. Per the instructions, it's best to set up the hub within 10 feet of your phone. I decided to place the hub on the same table where our incubator is located. I just figured it would be a good, quiet, low traffic area to place this. My initial impression of the hub is that it has a great display size, and I like the various indoor and outdoor stats that it shows. From the temperature, it looks like it shows humidity. It's showing the forecast. Right now it's set in centigrade instead of Fahrenheit, but I will make those adjustments shortly. But first I want to go ahead and just get everything synced up with the app on the phone. So I'm going to work on that now. I pressed the Wi-Fi button here on the top of the device and held it for a moment. It's scanning currently. As I mentioned earlier, you probably noticed on the hub that it's showing the temperature in degrees Celsius. I'd like to change that to Fahrenheit. So to do that, I'm going to my home. That's not where I wanted to go. But isn't that neat? It shows you all the weather and the forecast, which right now is showing me it's about to rain. So I'll probably have to complete this demonstration tomorrow when it's not raining. However, okay. What I did just now, I clicked on the two dashes right here next to the word My Home. When you click that, you have the option to go to Home Management. In the Home Management area, click on My Home, and there you can select the units format. So from there, I will select that I want to use the British length. I will use the US capacity in gallons, and I will also use degrees Fahrenheit for the temperature. Click the little checkbox here to save your changes. So another thing that I updated here is the zones, which are indicated here at the top. I have an animal zone and a garden zone because I have two separate hoses that I'm using. One I use primarily for watering the animals, the other for the garden. There are 4 menu items here. There's home, plan, event, and me. The plan and event areas are blank right now because I've not set up a plan, nor has there been an event yet using this device. In the me area, it displays the various settings that are specific to your account. So I won't be showing that because it includes personal information. So I've added the 4 AA batteries to the 2-zone timer. And now I'm going to add this timer as a sub device to the app so that it can be connected that way. So in order to do that, from the home page, I'm going to click this plus sign, and then I believe that's a 2-zone thingy there. Yep. So now I have to keep this sub device as close as possible to the hub. If you can see, it's blinking. It's indicating that it's sending the signal. It should start connecting automatically according to the instructions. Now I have the 2-zone timer paired up to my phone. This is the screen that appears. You can see zone 1 on the left, zone 2 on the right, and then there are multiple options below regarding a plan, irrigation, charts that are going to track the water flow, etc., and then interval. I'm going to go outside now to plug in the 2-zone timer, and we'll see how this works. From the home screen, I selected Zone 1 for the outlet on the left side and then clicked on Plan. Next, I clicked on the plus sign, selected the start time of 8 to 12 for the water to begin flowing, followed by the duration of 1 minute. You have the option to have this plan repeat every day, every odd or every even day, or you can customize the frequency by days of the week. I clicked the check mark in the top right corner, and at 8:12 the water started to flow from Zone 1. To stop the water, I tapped the irrigation icon and then confirm, and within a second the water stopped flowing. I repeated this again for Zone 2, clicking on the plus sign to add a plan, this time to start at 8:13 a.m. and for, again, a duration of 1 minute. And when I click the check mark, because the time had already changed to 8:13 a.m., the water started to flow pretty soon thereafter. And once again, clicked on the irrigation icon in order to stop the water. I had to click on confirm, and then the water stopped. If I click on one of these buttons, then there's a manual bypass, and if I want to turn that off, I just click it again. So here are some cool features about the hub that you keep indoors. You can see on the right side, it shows you your indoor temperature and humidity levels. It also shows the outdoor temperature and humidity levels. Then it shows you on the left side the forecast for the high and the low temperature of the day. It shows the current time as well as the date. And then it shows you on the bottom here, last usage is showing how many gallons of water were used today. So this is how many gallons of water I used to water the garden, as well as replace some water for our chickens. I don't have a next plan scheduled at this point in time, but that's what will appear near the top center of the screen. Here are my final thoughts. Bottom line, the Rainpoint Smart Plus garden watering system, it's a winner. It met all of my expectations and then some. So first and foremost, of course, the ability to control 2 different hoses from an app on my phone. That's pretty cool. Second of all, I like that I can manage the timing and the frequency and the flow of the water. I appreciate that there are lots of visual cues on the hub that's inside of my house that allows me to monitor what's going on inside of my house as well as outside of my house, in addition to the amount of water that is being used on a daily basis and per the plans that I'll be setting up in the system. I like that the app was fairly easy to set up. Syncing the app to the hub as well as to the 2-zone timer. It did take a little bit of time. I think maybe in total about maybe 10 minutes. And that included reviewing the instructions and just verifying that I actually followed them correctly. So it didn't take much time at all. And I like that you have both electric and a backup battery power option for the hub that you keep indoors. This is something that will really come in handy and save me a lot of time and a lot of energy once I install and set up a drip irrigation system in my garden. That's probably coming up next spring, but for right now, I'm definitely excited to use it so that when I'm out there gardening or I'm with the chickens, as long as I have my phone with me, it's just a click of a button for me to turn the faucet on and to have water as I need it for the amount of time that I need it, and to not be concerned about leaving it on overnight or other things that could happen. Remember to check the description below for a link to this exact system, as well as a discount code, EV15 off. That will help you get 15% off of your purchase of the Rainpoint Smart Plus Garden Watering System. Thanks for watching, and until next time.